Hi, you in there? It's been a while, huh? It's been a while. I got nothing to say. I'm not on the road, but excuse me. Today's Friday. It's 9:15 about, and except for going to the office for a half a day on Tuesday, I think I haven't been out of the house. I'm gonna lose it. So everything's all settled in the house. So I figured I want to get out, but I can't really. So I said I'm going to grab my dinner at 9:15 p.m. and I'm going to sit in the driveway in Nestor and pretend that I'm somewhere, fun. I am somewhere fun. I'm in Nestor. I'm going to try not to chew loud, but I'm starving. This is my big bowl of roasted vegetables. It's cauliflower, broccoli, um, orange peppers, red peppers, and a little bit of Japanese white sweet potato. And then for protein, I didn't cook tonight because number one, it's Friday. I've been cooking all week, and Mark went to bed about 3, so I didn't cook meat tonight. But I have some cherry tomatoes, and for my protein, I just have some cottage cheese. So cottage cheese with cherry tomatoes and my big bowl of vegetables is what is for my big fancy Friday night dinner. It's good. It's delicious. Delicious. Gone are the days of like, let me run to McDonald's and grab me a Big Mac or two. Mm-mm. So, anyway, I have no adventures right away, but I'm working on one. Excuse me. I'm working on one for October, mid October to like third week in October that I'm super excited about. And I've mentioned it in previous videos, and you guys are going to be like, really? That's her adventure? It's an adventure. So yeah, I'm working on that. That's for October. And then in November, I have my first woman's meetup, and I'm so excited. I belong to a group called Girl Campers of New Jersey, because there's different chapters all over the country. And although I've belonged to them for like a year now, I've had mom for a year, so I've never been able to go to any of the meetups that they have, and they're so fun and they're so nice, and I can't wait to meet some people. So that's in November. So I've got a couple things coming up, and I could bring the big camper, but I don't want to. I think I'm gonna go in Nestor. So yeah, I'm excited about that. See, mom goes away once a month for a week, as long as I feel that she's capable of doing it. I mean, she doesn't do anything, but lay there. But if she's like super frail and I think like, oh, I am afraid to leave because she might, you know, at any time, then of course, obviously, I'm not going to do that. But for as long as she can go, I'm going to take advantage of the help, because, like I said, it's Friday. It's Friday night. I just took a shower, and I'm eating vegetables in Nestor for fun. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Seasons of life, man, right? Like today I was going through old photo albums with mom. I posted, some on my personal Facebook page of my first wedding. I don't see anything wrong with that. Guess what? Newsflash, Mark knew I was married one time before him. And I actually love my ex-husband's family very much. I'm not in touch with my ex-husband at all, but I do keep in touch with his family, and I adore them very much. I have a deep love for all of them. So yeah, I shared pictures from my first wedding, and a hiking trip that Mark and I took in the Catskills. That was fun. So I forget where I was going with this. I don't know. I don't remember. See? But I do know last week when I went to get a massage when I was on vacation and it rained every day, I normally when I go for a massage, you know, the massage therapist is usually very good at taking cues from their client. And I'm usually like dead silent. I'll say hello. I'll let them know, any particular parts I want them to work on, or, like the normal stuff. I don't like to talk. I am there to just like check out. You know that I am just so starved for a social life. The entire hour, I just talked this woman's ear off, and she was really nice. She was just as talkative, and I said, I'm so sorry I'm talking your ear off. I said, I explained the situation. She's like, no, I love to talk. She's like, I take cues from my clients. I said, usually I'm dead silent. I haven't shut up. My tongue was tired. Jeez. But she gave a good massage. Jody at Massage Haven in Toms River. I recommend. What else do I have going on? Go. I have my 4-year-old niece's birthday party tomorrow from 3 to 5. Mark is going to forfeit going with me. We don't ever get to do anything together. He's not going to go so that I can go. And he's going to stay with mom. And that's only 2 hours. And I want to go see my friend's show. Letitia directed a show up at Playhouse 22. But it's, for me, from where I live to up there, it's like a 6-hour excursion it would be from the time I left till the time I come back. And it would be well over $100 for a sitter if I could get a sitter. And I don't think I can get one on this short notice. So I eat cottage cheese in Nestor on a Friday night for fun. But I have all of you here with me. Or at least it feels like I do. Little tiny minute changes to Nestor. I removed the artwork. I said to myself, no matter how, if you like the way it looks, if it's, pleasing to your eye, but if it annoys you more than twice, it's got to go out. Because I'll live with shit that annoys me because I like the way it looks. It stayed up there, but it was constantly crooked. And, I told you, shit bothers my eye. So I was like, okay, that has to go. So I took the art. Well, it's sitting right down there, but it is going to go back into the house. And in its place for privacy, I had a piece of green material, which kind of gels with the pine tree privacy curtain. And what was the other thing? I don't remember. I thought there was one more thing. Yeah, so I'm super excited about my adventure in October, which is going to be quite different. I hope I meet some people. I think it'll be fun. And that's all I have going on with me. Not a whole heck of a lot. Mom was really up today. So after that fall about a month ago, she can't walk anymore. Like she used to walk, right? I'd go get her, we'd walk with her walker, of course, you know, she'd walk. Now hospice told me it wasn't the fall that made her not be able to walk now. It was probably whatever was happening to make her not walk now was starting to happen then, which is why she fell. I get that. So it's a dementia disconnect between the brain and the legs. Can I remember that I walk, or sometimes I don't know that I can walk? So, it's very difficult, not to get personal, but I make sure that my mother gets on the toilet. Like, you know, accidents will happen, and she's always dressed and ready. I'll leave it at that. But if she says, I think I have to go to the bathroom, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and I'm going to pick her up and put her in the wheelchair. I'm going to take her to the bathroom. I'm going to pick her up and I'm going to put her on the toilet. And then, I'm going to do it. So we did that a couple times this morning. Good thing Mark was home because I get fatigued. Like my mom's not, she's 130 pounds about, but dead weight. I'm only 5'1", and I'm 57, 5'1", and I don't lift weights, but I'm getting stronger, I find, by lifting her. So anyway, later on this afternoon, I'm walking through the family room into the kitchen, and her room is off of the kitchen. I see my mother pulling herself with her feet in a wheelchair. She can't even stand up by herself so that I can pull up her bloomers. How the heck did she get out of the bed, into the wheelchair, and wheel herself into the kitchen? It's the dementia. She remembered that she could get up for that split second. And that's what got us into looking through the photo albums and stuff, because she came right into the living room and she wanted to be social, and she asked Mark what his name was. And, I said, Ma, you think he's cute? And she said, oh, yeah. So anyway, so that's how we got to looking at photo albums to try to keep her interested, because Mark and I are quiet. Like, I'll read and he'll flip the channels, and she's not being not entertained but engaged. So I was like, let me engage her because she seems to be having a really up day. So we did that for a couple of hours, and it's so funny. If I was working, I would not have been able to spend that time with her today looking at the photo albums, but it just so happened that my company IT is updating our computers, like each individual station or what have you. So he called me and he said, hey, we're going to do yours today. Is that all right? And I was like, yeah, do what you got to do, So I had to sign off, and it took longer than anticipated. And I had like 3 hours, like 3 solid hours, to just like focus on my mom. We sat outside. Then I put her back in bed. Then she wanted to try to go to the bathroom again. Then she came in and lit. That's just how my day is with her. So today was a good day. Was it a rally? I would call it a little bit of a rally. So will she have a crash tomorrow? Don't be surprised if I say mom's crashed out, which means she'll sleep to 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. I'm actually not going to stay out of here that long because she might remember that she can walk again. And I have a moat built like in front of her bed. I think I've said this before. It's like her wheelchair, her bed table, and her commode. And I interlock all the legs together and put the brakes on that things that have brakes. I put the brakes on, hoping that she can't break out of it. But she's strong. She's strong, and my mother's very willful. So I guess that's where I get it from. I guess that's why I haven't given up yet. I haven't thrown in the towel. I think I can see her room from here. Hold on. Yep, okay. She's not sitting up or anything. Um, yeah, so that's about it, friends. This was good. It's a nice night out. Maybe after I'm done eating. I have some stuff I need to charge, some fans and stuff, so maybe I'll hang out here and plug them into my Bluetti and charge them and hang out here, get some fresh air. Got the windows open. And I always intend to, I like to drive around and find spots to park in, like in the cut. And I have found a couple. And I always intend to do it, but I never get done with my evening in time. But you know I love the creek. And I think that I found a place where I can drive down and actually park basically on the creek. Oh, would I love that. A creek is my favorite body of water. My favorite. Just like these Japanese white sweet potatoes. See that nice little roast on it? Delicious. That was so good. All right. It was nice visiting with you for a little while. And I will see you in the sunshine. I'll save you a seat when you're ready. Okay. Bye.